Good evening, chat. Happy Friday to us all, or at least all who celebrate. What do you mean E-Class doesn't seem right? Is that because it's too slow for you, Wolf? You would like it to be faster? How's everyone's week been? Mine has been alright, partly because I had 4 days, well, not 4 days, I had 2 days off for a 3-day work week because of the COVID jab. Morning, Shadow. Lovely to see you, as always. How are things over on the other side of the world? Now, you might hear some noise, and that's because I'm having some donuts myself. I'm feeling better, thank you. Oof, I'm feeling better. Ah, okay. Big day. This is for the Mercedes. The body show for the Merc. Or for the Buick. Ah. So what is actually being delivered? Because I think I foolishly assumed that you already had a body show. That's right, because you sent it off to get it rust checked or whatever. Yeah, soda blasted, that's right. Soda blasted. I'm feeling a lot better today. Thursday was... Like, Wednesday was the worst day. Just felt a bit spacey and was having like a fever of sorts, where this was from the COVID booster that I got on the Tuesday. And then, yeah, I streamed because I'm a hero. Wolf, I'm a hero. I thought you knew this already. But Thursday was... Thursday morning in particular was worse, because like I woke up and reluctantly I realized work. And then when I got to work, I quickly realized that I still had a fever. So I went home from work, had a special bonus day off. Not that it was, purely throwing a sickie, it was required. Yes, it seems to be almost genetic in some respects. Like, I don't know what the word is, the groundskeeper, the landlady, for lack of a better term, who kind of takes care of the 2 apartment buildings that I live in. I was talking to her, and she said when she got it, nothing happened. But my mother, and I, for that matter, when we get our shots, we get knocked out for 2 days, basically. Oh, that's right, because have you finished up? Are you on vacation now? Oh yeah, well done. I miss school in that regard. I've realized that I'm not very good at taking a break. I need, like... I miss school and university, where they basically tell you, alright, you're done. For the next, couple of weeks or 3 months if it's in university over the summer break. Yeah, you're on break. Do what you will. I find it a lot harder at work without someone external saying, guess what, Joe? You're done. You got 2 weeks of break. So I really have trouble taking time off. outside of, I did make a tradition of taking an additional day off. Our Forza's finished downloading, has it? Donut time then. Yeah, it's a little bit like that. That's definitely how I have tried to be treating sick days this year, and a little bit of last year, I guess. Of I've got, however many it is, 2 weeks worth of sick leave. That doesn't accrue like my vacation leave does. So I might as well take a sickie pretty regularly because, I can't save them up. Yeah. But I do need to try and, like, for real, I do need to try and take some time off. I don't know what I'd do on that time off or when I'd take it, but I do need to take it because I am feeling. I have been for like a couple of years at this point, feeling incredibly burnt out. Send it, Wolf. What is the holiday recommendation? Well, is that your opera? That's a lot of opera, Wolf. And you might recall I wasn't a huge fan of opera. Admittedly, a certain kind of Stockholm syndrome might set in. I might learn to love it. That is a lot of opera for like 3 weeks. I think that's the only one I've actually been to. Going over in the Sunshine Coast, for those outside of Australia, is our kind of equivalent of Orlando, Florida, in that we have a lot of theme parks there. One of which is Warner Brothers Movie World. Is it Gold Coast? I thought it was Sunshine. In any event, he knows better. He lives in the state. It's the Gold Coast, and that's the only one I've been to. I think that was the place that was the place I went on my first roller coaster. It was only the junior one. But even then, I was very brave. Shadow, isn't that the your 3 weeks? Isn't that your boyfriend expedition? The Scooby Doo ride. Wow. Okay. My first and only was the Roadrunner one. So how did you get off it after it broke midway? The dream. Like for real though, an American I feel like a lot of people's dream American vacation does involve a convertible road trip. Ideally along something like Route 66 or whatever, but there's almost always like a convertible Mustang involved. Oh, okay. At what point did you realize it was broken, or did you think this was still part of the ride? Just picking up the crumbs? Because this is a gluten-free glazed donut. Admittedly, there were 6 of them, but it's still $8 a pack. So I'm gonna take as much. I'm gonna use all of it, like use as much of it as I can. Thank you very much. Particularly as I got a message today from my utilities saying the price of everything's going up. So that's exciting. What you need to do, Shadow, is at some point ship your Buick back over temporarily. once she's all fixed up. And then do the road trip in that and then ship it back across the pond again. Yeah, the Riviera goes home. You're going home, kid, for one last ride. All right, my donuts are done. Let's try out this donut story. It does. And if you were clever, not saying that you're not, what you'd do is you'd mount, like, I don't know, like maybe a GoPro or something. And inside the car with, I don't know, attach it to a car battery or something and have it record the entire trip somehow. Admittedly, a lot of it would just be thinking about it now, a lot of it would just be darkness because it is, as it goes across, it's not going to be sitting on the deck, I don't think. I imagine it's in a container. So, maybe not. But it would be interesting if it worked. I don't think so, only because, gee, I went a long time ago. I went pre-2010. When did I go? I would have been... no more than year 9, I don't think. So... it would have to have been at the latest, like, 2008. I mean, yeah, probably. That's how time works, right? Makes fools of us all. I mean, yeah, probably.
Press A button to start.
Yeah, like the last one wasn't that hard either. I figured it wasn't going to be a particularly challenging or involved story. But I do like the Donut YouTube channel, so I'm happy to have them again. Oh, and also, off stream, because I didn't want to dox my credit card, I did acquire the car pack with the Lotus Emira and the Shelby F-150, the Pagani Huayra R, and the Nissan Sentra Ultima? One of those ones. So, if I'm honest, the only car I was actually interested in was the Lotus Emira. Isn't it based off of an F-150, or is it just not... there's no reference to the model that it once was? Or is it an entirely new vehicle?
No way! You brought Hilo to Mexico.
Technically, I brought High Car because I thought someone else could break it for a change.
And I brought Low Car because it's the only one in our parking lot that's running right now.
Then I brought Zach Job because he's my super cool and handy road trip buddy.
Also, I'm the professional and better driver than James.
I came to check out the Horizon car scene.
It is hilarious
The Horizon Festival for
how different Justin looks.
I came because I was hungry.
Justin,
Wait, we're all here.
the black individual got out of the Subaru,
My dog's
is
got
a
it.
rather stocky... he's a...
I'm sure it'll be fine.
Here's an easy analogy. He's a rugby, probably front rower. Maybe not a prop, but he's definitely in the front row. He's not that kind of backline guy.
High and low Z's, and I get stopped.
Dude, you have the most important job at Donut right now.
I do?
We're always debating between high and low car, right? What's better, cheap and charming or top of the line? What if there was a third option?
Okay, hold on. The third option is time travel, so we can get around the corners better. Oh, nice.
Kind of middle car. The coming of mid-car has been spoken of in legend.
Ah, I think I see where you're going with this.
Also, my voice sounds different to my ears as well. My in-game voice. Yes, that sounds like a hugely useful, particularly if you're like doing it online
But right now,
with other
Team
fellas.
High are headed north and Team Low are headed south. So, you gotta pick one. Pick Team Low.
Oh, you'll be excited to know that Malwarebytes just popped in to say that my scan is complete and I'm all clear. So that's a huge development. Thank you, Malwarebytes, for that. We can take that corner significantly better. But for real, the Donut High-Low series is a great series. I particularly liked their, they've done
Either way,
4
we got
series,
cool stuff planned. Gotta
2 with the
videos,
Zs,
cars, have some very
but the middle one they did with Toyota Tacomas,
What happened to Cars Are Pain?
and they made them into like off-road monsters, and I was a big fan of that one. Almost got me into camping. I mean, partly because I was watching it during lockdown, I guess, but regardless.
Way to handle
An
the
S2
barricade.
Extreme Track
Fit
Toys
right in
at
on
the
low team.
Goliath. Oof!
Team. Low team.
Yes, I saw that in a YouTube video this morning. An interesting addition. I'm not surprised. They often do tie-ins. I think they did Cyberpunk in Horizon 4. And then there was Fallout in one of the motorsports.
Welcome to our.
But I'll be interested to have a look at it.
Hot Boy Summer Horizon Donut Media Collab. Upgrade heroes.
We'll be upgrading cars right here in Mexico.
And testing them out at our very own brand new test track. Also, go check out the series we're filming in Tulum. It's gonna be sick.
Okay.
Welcome back, comrade.
Thank you for having me. Oh, that's right. We've got new parts, don't we? New rims. But we'll probably do it on a different car, because I don't think they'll show up too well on this one. Let's go finish off this donut story. Real quick, like.
All right, my friend.
Any thoughts, chat? High or low? My personal preference is towards low. As the only other vote, Wolf, I agree.
Time has come. Choose wisely. Do you want to ride in high car or low car?
Turn left.
It's partly because I think low car was the only one that worked in in that first season.
In 400 meters, turn right.
High car had an incredible amount of issues with the turbocharger they put on.
Turn
It
right.
just did not work. Excuse me. But yeah, I think you're absolutely right. There is a lot of what's the word? Like almost contenders for the throne, right? I do wonder if Top Gear was still around, if there would be as many. It almost feels like because Top Gear died, there's a little bit of a vacuum. And they feel that they can... Maybe they could be the next Top Gear.
You have arrived at your destination.
Welcome to Low Team. That's us. I haven't seen any of the
See
new...
this right here? This is
New-
a real
new-
car connoisseur
new Top
picking
Gear?
Low team.
Or maybe you're just cheap. That's cool though, no judgments.
I'll take you for a spin in low car. You'll see there's nothing cheap about it.
I mean,
Yeah, absolutely.
I like to get value for my money. Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, says Comrade. What a true people's working class hero. I salute you. I'm just trying to get value for money here.
hear some stories about Low Z? Trust me, you want to hear some stories about Low Z. Now let's say you're not a Horizon superstar. You don't make the big bucks, but you still want a fun daily drive you can take to the track. That's Low Car. Turbo, suspension, brakes, wheels.
How did you find it?
Lights, body kit, paint job, all for just 20 grand. You didn't have to spend twice as much for a running car. Hold on a sec. Man, Mexico is beautiful.
I would actually, thinking about it, I would love to hear the outtakes for these. Because these are not like professional voiceovers.
Wait, you gotta hear about when we sprayed this thing. Nolan did a terrible job.
I was thinking about just that thing today, Shadow, actually. Like, maybe it's because I grew up in a kind of Amerosphere with like Underground 2 and what have you. I feel like 350Z sounds a bit more natural, but I saw a Z4 drive past, and I would think it would be really, really, really weird to call it a Z4. So I don't know, I'm kind of,
So I wasn't in the car on track
I guess,
when
a
this
proper
happened.
Australian where I'm just kind of confused as to which type of English I'm going to adhere to.
Long story short, the best car is the one that runs. I'm not sure if Low Car can afford a top shelf driver like you.
Oop. Top shelf driver, just taking out some of the barriers there. No biggie.
Anyway, that's Low Z. Whatever the result, it was an awesome build.
Come on, Jeremiah. Which team are you?
Are you kidding? Low team all the way. This Z has a special place in all our hearts. It's the hero of the show. This road goes straight to Baluarte. Send it, dude.
I'm trying. But the car is not super
Solid
geared for
drive.
kind of like high rev
Probably wish
pickup
that you were
apparently.
there on track day.
Wow, Jeremiah, you look rough as hell, dude. Look, that's fine.
Where are Nolan and Justin anyway?
Is that it? You just popping in to say that? Okay, that's cool. Just, hey guys, where is that other fella? Anyway, I gotta go. See ya.
Destination.
Thanks to Donut and Horizon, this is every car at the festival ranked.
Every car. That's a lot.
That's what I told him. Don't get me wrong, these cars are
I
tight,
really
but there's
don't
stuff to do this afternoon.
recognize the voice that my character has there. Like, at all.
How about we just do all the Subies?
Nope, we're doing all the cars. Strap in. For this list, I've managed to secure each of our favorite cars at Horizon Mexico. You're welcome. For me, it's gotta be the 1997 Nissan Skyline GTR R33. Because it's super underrated and it's amazing overall to drive. Close second would be the Pagani Huayra.
Okay, sorry, I was not even looking at the road. Obviously. I had like a whole kilometer to avoid that
For me,
van.
it's a Subaru Brat. Because a car like that should not have existed. I try not to buy one every day. And second for me is the Mitsubishi Starion. Because I love cars that are shaped like wedges and wide body. And for me, I think I'll go with the 2018 Camaro.
Also, I disagree with Nolan in
1LE.
saying that the R33 is underrated. I feel like any car that is called Skyline is not underrated.
All right, superstar, you're
They are at the very least rated.
AMG 1, Toyota Supra, Corvette C8.
Hurry up, dude. Ranked list to wait for nobody.
I can't.
Okay, sorry, we'll do top 3 then. Obviously, it's the GTR at number 1.
No, obviously it's my Camaro at number 1. Right?
Again, I think because of my underground upbringing, I think it'd have to be the
Freeway time.
R34 Skyline, if anything.
Are you working with your friends?
I like that.
Very wholesome.
All right, that's our ranking. If you don't like it, too bad. If I ever actually own a GTR, I'm calling you to drive it for me.
I think it was the one before this, the R32, that really kind of just blew the doors off Australian racing for a while. They instituted a rule shortly after it arrived that there would be no turbo cars in what was then, what the V8 supercars was then back in the day, because this car just kept thrashing. Oh, that's my mouse.
Back in Lozy. Let's go.
Just want to turn up the game volume a skosh. It does seem to be quite low, but maybe that's a good thing. I don't know. Keep me posted, chat.
You have arrived at your destination.
That's huge for us, Wolf. Just like as a channel, that's an enormous achievement.
First day, and things are going pretty smoothly for Team Low. Now, Jeremiah's setting up for an episode of Bumper to Bumper. All we gotta do is get Low Car out there to meet him.
Why are you saying that like it won't happen? It's only a couple miles.
Sure, a couple miles. Low Car can do that. No problem.
I'm almost certain.
I can't
99% of them
believe
do.
I've never been here. It's absolutely beautiful.
Tell me about it. Never gets old.
We should do a season of high-low here. Baja bugs or trophy trucks or something.
That would be sick. I mean, until Low Team breaks down, or breaks an axle, or overheats in the Baja.
Low car doesn't always break, you know?
That's true. Sometimes it's High Car.
I'll have you know that on track day, we both broke down.
I think low and high car for that matter, currently have V8s in them. If I remember correctly, high car had a crate LS put into it. And I think low car had a junkyard Cummins V8 maybe? But maybe I'm wrong on the Cummins part. It was definitely a junkyard V8. Yeah, but that, you know what another word for that, Shadow, is? That's content, baby. Just make sure you've got, you know,
Does anyone hear
flex
what
tape and
noise?
stuff.
Dude, you jinxed it!
I jinxed
You'll be
it.
fine.
You built it.
It's fine. I can hold it. Quickly.
Let's just see if we can make it to Jeremiah at the finish line. That's fine. Ignore that. That's not smoke. It's speed gas.
Totally smoked, Justin. That thing is cooking under there. Yeah. Just head for the motorway.
Yeah.
So we almost made it to the finish, which for high-low is actually pretty good. Great job, everyone.
I feel like keeping it at 3,000 revs is probably not ideal.
You know, I have a truck with a rooftop tent that would have been perfect for this.
Well, I mean, the estate car would be practical because then you could have a lot of room for your spares. Because you picked up a A4,
I
didn't
told
you?
Jeremiah. He's coming to meet us.
Was that a sedan?
100 meters. Turn left. Turn left.
Oop. Bit too ambitious there on the corner.
You have arrived at your destination.
Bumper to bumper.
while they try to figure out what's wrong with Low Z, you and I are going sideways with style, blower to body kit, bumper to bumper on our Formula Drift 96 Nissan 240 SX. Let's go.
Pretty sure this is an actual car they have.
You ready to get drifty?
Don't let me get in my zone.
This thing raced in the 2022 Pro Spec Series, which is like the minor leagues for Formula D. Driver number 51.
Yeah, because I think their shop manager, like the manager of the garage that they
driver at Donut. Oh,
used to do the high-low stuff,
Donut Media
is actually a Formula D,
We make
yeah, Formula D racer.
You want a shirt? Dude, I'll get you a shirt. I'll get you a dozen shirts, plus socks. No problem. You should
Hell
try
yeah.
a drift tap skill. So before they got to work on it, this was a Nissan S14 240 SX. Iron Block LS, supercharged with about 800 foot-pounds of torque. Pretty sweet.
Oh, ow, 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 ow. I hope they don't need this in pristine condition, because it will not be. Yeah. Hey, where is... Oh, the drift zone's up ahead. That's where we're going to. We'll just, take a slightly more direct route.
There's your drift zone. Light it up.
This is not going to be good. Oh, luckily we're still getting points. I feel like we are not doing as well as we maybe should be, but this is channel tradition. Zhao being unable to drift.
There you go. Bumper to bumper on the Donut.
I feel like it was
Formula
very
Drift
sensitive to
Nissan
steering.
240 SX. What do you think? Leave a comment, like, and sub. Oh, wait. Never mind. But you should subscribe, though.
That's alright, 2 stars fine. That's a more than a pass mark.
I don't care how we do it. We're making that track day. Just you wait and see.
Let's have a look at these Aclo rewards we've been unlocking that I haven't paid attention to. Excuse me, hiccups. Donut Media beep 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 beep. What is Donut Media beep 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 beep? Okay, so we got welcome to low team, but there's also welcome to high team. Okay, so there's basically 2 stories that we've got. Neat.
You have arrived
Twice the
at your
content.
destination.
Speaking of content, we're loading a lot of it now currently.
Hey there, buddy. What's going on? Little.
Oh, are we driving the truck?
trouble?
Hell yeah. I really hope we are.
Yeah, James, well, low car is, it's broken. We'll take the truck. You drive high car.
Hell yeah. I mean, I'm frankly impressed that the
Nolan, no need to hurry. It's not a race.
chapters
Oh, yeah?
are different.
I bet my driver can beat High Z back to the festival in a flatbed. You can beat him back to the festival in a flatbed, right?
Oh, there's no cabin rip-off. This kind of thing would be a fantastic April Fool's
Horizon creates
edition.
a lot more wreckage than Donut.
if they added like Euro Truck. It was like a Euro Truck Simulator crossover. I mean, I know we've got racing trucks, but I would love it if there was just
By the
more
way,
regular
early
lorries.
word on Losey is that we blew a radiator hose.
Radiator hose. We fixed one of those in a gas station at midnight. That wasn't a high car, though.
I fixed one of those on the side of the road with a butter knife before.
That would be interesting, actually.
Us Americans love keeping butter knives in our glove box.
It's certainly got a bit more up and go in the kind of higher end of the gearbox. Yeah, speaking of which... Yeah, this seems like a ludicrous amount of power. I feel like that's maybe not entirely accurate. (5,400 newton meters of torque. 1,100 kilowatts. Maybe a little bit optimistic.
Now hard to the finish.
I mean, you're not wrong. I just feel like... I don't know. It just seems like a ludicrous amount of power. But I guess you are hauling probably 3 tons of car on its own, let alone your actual payload. That's actually an interesting question. If we... Yeah, I'll just do it over here on the side screen.
You, me, Losey have a date.
Like, let's just look up a Challenger 2. Main battle tank. How much does this bad boy dyno? If it tells me. Like, it's only got 890 kilowatts. I'll admit the Challenger 2 is probably not designed for like quarter-mile speeds. And it's only got 4,126 newton meters of torque. Well, I mean, it was a Horizon truck, so I guess that makes more sense. But still, that's a quick truck.
In 400 meters, turn
Let's
left.
hope we don't join the arcade.
The next Horizon arcade
Oh, thank
event
goodness.
will begin any minute now. Enjoy. You have arrived early. Horizon Arcade will begin soon.
Does more expensive mean more better? Guess we're about to find out. That's probably because my Z is too...
You have arrived early, but the next Horizon Arcade event will begin shortly.
That's alright, Anna. I don't
All
intend
right,
on being
before
here.
we get started on our high-low test track finale, one more thing we gotta do to welcome the newest member of the Donut family.
What? Me?
If you break a car with us, you're officially family. We've got a big family.
We told you at the start, sometimes it's hard to decide between high car and low car. So...
The legends were true. The glory of mid-car awaits.
I'm nervous now.
So we were making
Don't
like
be. This is the
2,000
best
newton
part.
meters of
We
torque
picked up
more.
another identical stock Nissan Z, and it's yours to customize.
I would love to know what engine they, like, put in it.
choose your upgrades and we'll get them installed.
I will definitely be helping you guys.
Let's start with new wheels and tires. Now for
Let's.
new brakes, diff, springs, and a big fat turbo. You probably want to look at a roll cage and some aero.
A800.
too. That
Okay.
Rocket Bunny wide body is pretty tempting. Now finish it off with a paint job. Or
Now we can
if
look at the
you're
new
really
rims as
brave,
well while we're here.
Let Nolan do
Oh wait, no, they're all
Man, I'll never live
highlighted.
that
That
down.
is
Be
unfortunate.
careful. You can spin more than low car, but less than high car. Mid car. You got it? All done? Looks pretty dope. We could probably cram a few more upgrades in there. Start with some test laps. Get a good feel for it. All right. Believe it or not, High and low Z are both running.
I feel like, Justin, you might be bugged here, because I'm not sure you're meant to be spilling out all of those lines, one after the other after the other. I don't know if that's my fault, because I started in the wheels first, but yeah. I have a feeling you got a bit too excited there. That'll do. Oh yes, good point, thank you. Well then, we'll add this on now. Get out very wide tires at the back. And I don't like those rims all of a sudden. My apologies to any of those rim enjoyers in chat. I am not one of your number. I don't think I've seen those ones before. Let's try those ones out. I mean, I probably will spend a little bit of time having a look at like the tuning, the handling and what have you. Let's go for a Nismo Classic. Yeah, I think it's because it's kind of on the move. Okay. I guess that makes sense. Back. Gotta get the drivetrain looked at. Diff. Get the race transmission. Let's go sport exhaust. Let's go for a better throttle body. I mean, these all make a lot more sense now that we've been doing a little of car mechanic. Which, incidentally, I had a look at yesterday, just kind of off stream to experiment a little bit with the junkyard and what have you, just in a separate save. I haven't touched the sanctity of the stream save is still intact. Fear not. But I discovered that there is a Renault Clio V6 knockoff in the game, which is very exciting. Okay, I think... Okay, what did we do wrong? Probably the weight reduction. I'm so not used to having a budget. There we go. Pretty much perfect. Let's paint the car. Oh, you can do that here too. That is pretty cool, actually. So, I was going to say we could go in between the cars, because low car is blue, but high car is black. And that would basically mean British racing green. Now, hold on a second. Let's just open up that internet browser one more time. Japanese national racing color? Do they have one? Japan. White with red sun. I guess that makes sense when you think about it. There you go. Australia is unsurprisingly green and gold. Okay. Well, let's try a white one out. What about a white metallic? I don't think I've ever done that before. Let's give that a shot. I hit the wrong button. So the low light. What if we did this? The kind of combine the two a little bit. So it's both white and red. Yeah, I think it's because the physics hasn't been given back to the car yet. Because it's got race suspension on it, so it should be significantly lower than it is currently. Let's try that out, because it's kind of funky. Okay, you can just paint the car, you can't go into more depth than that. Turn that back a bit. That back to there. Turn that there. Turn this to here. No, I mean, let's try that again with words this time. It makes perfect sense as an addition to the game. There we go, that's much better. Fine. Sounds the business too. Also, why am I on the right hand of the cockpit now? I'm not complaining. But in the other cars I was on the left hand, I swear. I'd like to, but this is a rental. Well, I might have to recreate it, unfortunately. Let's turn the... Oh, sorry, back in here. Let's turn the caster up a little bit more. Okay, well then, yes. Yes, I will keep it. Didn't I change you? I feel like I changed. Maybe it's because I didn't hit OK. That's probably why. Ah, that's right. You said you get 2 cars at the end of it. That's what you were saying. Okay, let's try that out now. Fair enough, I guess. It would, like, severely skew the economy. Oh, there's an off-road section as well. Neat. I mean, it's, you know, not huge, but it does make a lot of sense to have that. Or is that just part of the normal Horizon circuit? I just haven't ever noticed it. Probably that. Keep doing that when I'm meant to hit this. I'm used to having to go to the car menu for the tuning. Let's go back there for the speed, because that did make us a little bit faster. I think otherwise we're doing pretty well. Let's finish the story off and then have a look at High Car. The 350Z or Z's speeder really only go to 180? That seems wild. I had a feeling it was going to be kind of a gimme race. they weren't going to, you know, deploy their most aggressive
This is it. We did
driver
it.
tires.
We are here. The final showdown of this very special, very exciting Horizon / Donut edition of High-Low.
We bought 3 nearly identical Nissan 350Zs. One got cheap parts, one got expensive parts, and for the first time ever, one got a mix of the two.
So Az is the only
I'll be
one
in
with the
low car.
with the wide body kit.
I'll be in high car.
Thank you, Sergeant.
And I'll be in
The shout
mid-car
out.
with our special guest driver.
Hi.
Again, I really feel like that voice is new for my character.
It's time to find out once and for all. Does more expensive mean more better? Or is more in between more gooder?
Yeah, that was
and
poor
smarter?
maneuver on my part.
Okay, that wasn't great, but it's a new format, so we can work on it.
Let's go! Show 'em what
Yeah, the
mid-car
Zs
can do.
in general,
I see all day,
the more
baby.
bulbous
Woo!
ones like the 350 and the 370,
Whether wins or not, low Z rules.
definitely have a
It's been great working with
a
you.
nice vibe to them.
I'm running away to join Horizon.
Be safe, have fun, I love you. But you're still gonna lose. More friends definitely means more better.
Cars are pain. The heart is the most important part.
Who are you?
A detour! Take it off road!
That's probably unwise with my wide body kit. Oh.
Coming up on the finish line, let it eat!
I don't think the voice changed, right? Surely not. Like
You did it! I can't believe you did it, dude. I am so
Yeah,
proud of
apparently.
you. This changes everything. You're gonna have to move to LA. We need to get you some t-shirts and like a hat. Do you know how to read a teleprompter?
I've got a better idea. How about you all join us here for a while?
Oh, can we, James? Can we please, please, please?
I can't say no to that face. All right, maybe for a little while.
I should legitimately acquire some donut merch. Just thinking about that now. New car collected. We already collected that, but thank you regardless. Oh, hell yeah, we unlocked the Mercedes-Benz W154. Poggers. Yeah, right? I feel like it was lower back in the day. That's just low carb, bruh. Okay. Thank you. Now where is high car? Back over yonder? No? Yes. Time to high car this son of a bitch. Okay, that's because they just unlocked it. And there I was poo-pooing them. Oop, oop, oop. There we go. This is certainly a funny-looking car in the color spectrum. But I think that kind of matches the Japanese national identity. Being kind of, huh. Yeah, it's always good to have a nice repertoire of cars at the top of a certain bracket, because you never know when you might need them for a seasonal, for online, or, you know, any other event like that. I feel like having working odometers is new. nice touch, but I feel like it's new. Also, I don't know why there's a digital speedo that I'm currently blocking. Just there, to the right of the map. It seems like a weird thing to have, right? I just wish that the clocks worked, PBH. Because they didn't always show high noon. I mean, you've got two options. You could either have it to a certain in-game time, or just have it display my current clock's time. You know? Hardly doxing me.
400 meters, turn sharp left.
I mean, the real thing you could do then, as well, is you could have a mini-game to change the clock time. Where you have to hold down, you know, several buttons at once to make it go up. And it can only go up, you can only increase the time. And if you miss it, you have to go back around. On the minute hand or whatever.
At the roundabout, take the first exit. In 400 meters, turn right. Turn right.
Also, I'm sure you're all excited. I have discovered what the next, or what one of the games that will be covered on this channel in the future is. The latest Need for Speed came to Game Pass today. So I will be having a look at that at some point in the near future. I.e., whenever I get bored of Car Mechanic Simulator. Yeah, it does. I made a good choice with the sports exhaust. I think I may have overshot my corner.
200 meters.
No, I guess not.
Turn left. Turn left.
Lucky. I am kind of looking forward to that. Like I said, I discovered that there's a Renault Clio V6 knockoff. And, yeah, I don't know if you can get, like, you as a mechanic in that game can own a car. But that's the car I'd like to own. In that, thank you very much. All right, let's go. Let's go, high team.
We have a lot of money and seafood towers. Okay, we don't have seafood towers right now, but we do have Zach.
I wish that was the case, Wolf, but remember, I had to buy the stuff to get out of it.
Road trip!
Woo! Road trip!
But it was the resetting from the barn.
Let's see what you can do in Icy on the way
that
to
saved us.
Guanajuato. James says he's setting up, but he's
Speaking of which, I think you were asleep at the time, but we now have
so you probably know this already, but
$23,000.
Icy has some gosh dang
Much
history.
more money than we used
We
to.
did everything to this thing. Wheels, tires, brakes, coilovers, turbo, body kit. $100,000 worth. I mean, I did.
Okay, this definitely has a lot more pickup or up and go at the higher RPM.
The power delivery is so smooth with these turbos. Everything about the car is pretty sweet.
Yeah, it was it was rough times. We were last stream we were limping
We broke it.
for a long while
Womp womp.
because one of the jobs I took on to try and get us some more currency turned out to be an EV, and one of their batteries was busted, and that battery was going to cost like $1,250 or 1,500 credits, whatever it is, lira, whatever the currency is, and I just didn't have that money, so I had to put that to the side as well.
Feels
As
nice,
well as
right?
the not
I think
Nissan
high car rides better
Skyline.
with you behind the wheel. Honestly, I didn't care who won. I love low car too. Don't tell Nolan I said that.
But we defeated that.
I won't.
We got the money. We got rid of the skyline. I unlocked the car wash. So we defeated the skyline, got the cash money from that. So I ended up with like $30,000. But then I spent like $7,000 on things like the welder, the car wash. I think car part fixing, maybe? And a few other things here and there. So I've got maybe I can't remember what else. There's a lot of things that we can possibly do in terms of like buying a junkyard car, restoring it like as cheaply as possible, just like taking it to the car wash and stuff like that. Oh, we're so close to 3 stars, it's not even funny. Oh, we were robbed. Like 2 seconds.
Just another day in the life of
Yeah,
IZ.
in the sandbox, I saw that. The other weird thing is that I didn't realize this, but like Forza, the AI... Now hold on a second. We're going to do that again. I'm not going to accept 1 star. This is a 2-star minimum channel. The AI in Car Mechanic Simulator for the auctions
Let's see what you can do
adopts the persona of your friends.
James says he's setting up, but he's probably just window shopping.
I heard that.
So I recognize the names of the people
We
bidding.
did everything to this thing. Wheels, tires, brakes, coilovers, turbo, body kit. $100,000 worth. I mean, I did most of the real mechanic stuff, and James said, "Mo power a bunch."
Oh, power.
The power delivery is so smooth with these turbos. Everything about the car is pretty sweet.
The seats could be more comfy.
And the best part, on track day, just when we were getting clean laps, we broke it. Black flag. Womp womp.
But I'm interested to see what I can do with the junkyard and stuff. Like, I want to try and get a car for as cheaply as possible from the junkyard. Oh, no, that was the auction. Yeah, I want to get a car as cheaply as possible from the junkyard. Basically just wash it, do some interior detailing, get rid of some of the rust, that kind of stuff. Maybe not even do anything to it.
Feels nice, right? I think high car rides.
And then,
behind the wheel.
just sell it on and see if I can make a profit out of it
I
that
love
way.
low car too. Don't tell Nolan I said that.
I won't.
Okay, so it's 215 for 3 stars. Curious. Yeah, we can do significantly better on that if we actually pay attention to the braking line. Kind of crazy how much staying power the 350Z had. Like, obviously the 370Z turned up, but that was basically a 350Z if we're honest with ourselves. Like, this body shape stuck around for a long time. Almost 20 years, actually, now that I think about it. Okay, well, at least we can get 2 stars. Pretty comfortable.
Just another day in the life of High Z.
No, not you say that. I don't see many of them at all. I think I don't really see many Nissan Zeds, like the new ones, either.
Now, where's Pumphrey at?
Where's the Pumphrey at? We're gonna have a few wheel spins to do after this, chat. From what I heard, the 300 ZX
Whoa, cool.
had a really
Whose Miata
complex
is
engine.
this?
Some Horizon driver starting their own money pit?
Man, I love that car.
Hey, time's wasting. I'm not paying you to sit around talking about cars.
You don't pay me at all.
Ah, yes.
Okay, James. Why are we in the van?
Because Donut Media is a business, all right? We do car culture, positive vibes, and t-shirts with buff horses on. Our interns have set up donut merch stands all over Mexico, and we're gonna make some deliveries. Make sure to park at the stand. We need time to drop everything off.
I need to wipe down my controller.
Go, go, go! Like a horse out of heck!
Can we do
I think it's the first time I've ever seen
Yes.
someone get in the car in a Horizon game. And then us drive off
Apex, baby!
in like one
That would make a
smooth
good
motion.
shirt. Maybe a hat.
That's kind of wild. It's kind of wild that we're both like, did that guy just get in the car? And in no way paying attention to like the story or the car that we're driving. Just like, yeah, they actually got in the car. I think even if it was just in like photo mode.
Lightning, lightning, lightning! Final parking spot, go!
Having an option in photo mode to be able to navigate your character as if you were, you know, in GTA or whatever, even if it's within like a limited radius of your car, would be fantastic. Because obviously I appreciate the update, but the fact that there's only, you know, 8 positions around the car, and even then you can't rotate your character inside those positions, as far as I know, is a little bit of a bummer.
Who put this merch stand way out
Yeah,
here?
that kind of stuff.
Nolan's fault.
Oh, come on.
Whew. Now all the donut fans at Horizon can get their sweet threads and recognize each other and hug and stuff. We did a good thing today.
Oh, you know, even do that kind of stereotypical lying down with your holding up your head with one arm thing that people often do in like a group shot in front of the car, or even taking a photo of your character getting out of the car, like part way. Particularly if they're in a suit and it's an Aston Martin, that would look sick. And especially if it was in some sort of Monaco-style casino location, like in Horizon 2. Don't mind if I do unlock that car, thank you. And we're back.
You have arrived at your destination.
I think it'll depend on what happens with, like, the crew, the new crew, and the new,
That was a
the new
great day.
test
How
drive,
about we
which we
finish
haven't
it
heard
off
much
with
of
the next
recently,
drive?
now that I think about it.
Zach, you take the Miata.
All
So I know the
nice drive,
earlier
by the
test
way.
drives, there was a
Nice
lot
getting all
of
that
kind
set
of
up.
focus on avatar stuff and like stuff outside of the
You and
car.
I are in high Z, buddy. We're driving through the spooky woods at the base of La Grande volcano.
Why?
Who cares? This Miata rules.
I mean, you didn't expect good dialogue, did you, though? Shadow?
Hey, Zach, it's getting pretty dark out, isn't it?
Sure. Yeah, I guess it is.
I think maybe
okay.
for safety, you know, you might want to turn on your...
Oh, no, here it comes.
Pop, 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 and down headlights! Pop, 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 pop. Pop, 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 and down headlights!
Hello, Waffle Fox.
Up and down headlights.
Oh, no, not
There's
you
actually
too.
a whole song on YouTube that is basically just that, made by these guys. How are you, Waffle? How has your week treated you thus far? And how are you hoping the weekend will treat you going forward? Damn, burning them up, Shadow. I'm doing well. I mean, probably in no small part because it's, you know, the Friday night work's over for the week. I do like the look of these taillights though. In the night. So I am not a fan of the fact we only have a single exhaust pipe.
That was your brain being turned to mush by that song.
No, seriously, Zach, I think we got a problem.
Looks like the RPMs are dropping.
Not good. Could be the mass airflow sensor, or maybe you've got an ignition issue.
Or fuel pumps on the fritz.
Can I just do this? Yes, I can.
So, High Z is broken down. It might be a mass
Well, that makes it a bit
sensor,
more,
but we'll have to wait until first light to see.
Bit less of a thing.
Which means our big...
Yeah,
broken
I could
baby is
definitely
spinning
go
the
for one of those.
woods. Welcome to high-low, baby.
Always,
Should have brought the Tacoma.
always a good reason to bring up an SLR. Always a good reason to bring up the SLR. Man, I miss that car. Obviously, I had no chance of actually owning one, but
There
cool
aren't
nonetheless.
Mexican bears in these woods, are there?
Like, are we talking like big
You have arrived
gay
at the
Mexican men?
destination.
I mean, maybe. I don't know where Mexican men go.
Hey, James. So, high car broke down, huh?
No. You're right. We're just testing the capabilities as an RV.
Yeah, high car definitely broke down.
Zach has the engine teardown under control, but it might take a while. What are we gonna do?
How about we take some cars and some cameras and get up to speed on the Nissan Z?
Also, the G63 is a travesty, if I'm honest.
So this is everything you need to know to get up to speed on the Nissan Z while we drive them.
I'm sorry.
No way, no way!
In October of 1969, the 240Z arrived in America.
Good news,
known in Japan.
Thank you for the follow,
Then
Waffle
good
Fox.
news, everyone.
Glad you like what you see. Follow really helps out. I appreciate it immensely, despite my somewhat
The American
monotone
version
delivery.
had a 2.4-liter inline-6, giving it a robust 151 horsepower. It could go from 0 to 60 in just under 8 seconds and cost around $3,600.
Excuse. Oh, I actually turned into you there.
Would love to find a 240Z for $3,600.
The G63. Like, I feel the G-Class is a Land Rover Defender knockoff. And I feel like
Jump
the
into more current times in 2001,
G63, as a result,
announcement was
probably
made.
shouldn't exist.
The return of the Z to America. Nissan debuted a bright orange.
But you're right. This
Z
I do like
concept.
the 400Z.
Nissan 350Z.
And its callbacks to all the different kind of
released to
generations.
market the very next year. While the 350Z was good, Nissan knew they could do better. Debuting in 2008, the Nissan 370Z was almost a complete redesign from the 350. The engine swapped out to the huge 3.7-liter V6.
It was also still affordable and looked amazing.
Lucky for us and all the Z-Series fans, Nissan didn't stop there. In 2023, the new Nissan Z arrived, the newest in their line of modern sports cars, this time with 400.
Oop. Let's start breaking a little bit sooner than that one.
Purrs. The new Z uses the same platform as the 370Z, but now it's got a 3-liter twin-turbocharged V6 engine.
Now I kind of wish I'd gotten the
Yeah, a touch hot.
Z432, baby. Can't beat a classic.
My Z is the mightiest Z.
This is great, but I still miss high car.
Well, no, we're not. No. I was gonna say, are we gonna get 3 stars? No, just 2 seconds. Probably because it came in a little bit hot there.
You are now officially up to speed on the Nissan Z.
Yeah, I definitely have a soft spot for the 240SX. Again, because of Need for Speed Underground. Because that was the car that I would always start with. Because that was the kind of middle ground car, I think. If I remember correctly, that was the car that had all of the bars kind of evenish. Or at least most evenish. Out of all the starters.
Destination.
And therefore, that was the one I went for most of the time. In fact, the only time I haven't was the replay I did last year where we went with Peugeot.
This is an interesting new upgrade for high car.
Yeah, we installed a full flatbed truck kit under it. It came out pretty well.
Well, our car still works, so let's drive that.
The sweet truck body kit on this Nissan 350Z.
Hard right, then floor it. Nolan, high car on a flatbed can still beat low car any day of the week.
Are you
Hey,
serious?
the Newton meters seem to be significantly lower in this one.
Hey, so, I said a stupid thing to my buddy Nolan, and now you need to make me look less stupid. Can you do that? It's okay, this is High Team. We can pay for the damage.
Oh no, it's getting up to about 4. We had 5,000 on the other one. Yeah, I saw that. That low-cost clutch they've got. Like the power of this home brand generic max value car pickup lorry. Am I seeing that correctly? Is high car kind of rolling a little bit on the back there when we take a corner? I think it's bouncing up and down a little bit, yeah. Cool. That's a pretty impressive attention to detail that I didn't think they would have done.
It was the crank angle sensor. That's a pretty easy replacement once we get back to the festival.
Like, I figured it was going to be an actual truck, but clearly they didn't or couldn't be bothered to get the rights to it. It was just truck. Just got 3 stars.
Woo!
Just.
High car for life, baby! You helped a lot too. Thanks, pal.
They said that to me. That was me. I'm the pal.
You know what day it is? It's track day!
Alright, time for another 350Z.
Turn left. Turn left.
Does more expensive mean more better? Let's find out again. Now the question is, what are we going to do to this one that's different to what we did the last time?
All right, before we get started on our high-low test track finale, one more thing we gotta do to welcome the newest member of the Donut family.
Unfortunately, I can't skip this. Sorry, chat.
Me?
If you break your car with us, you're officially family. We've got a big family.
We told you at the start, sometimes it's hard to decide between high car and low car. So...
The legends were true. The glory of mid-car awaits.
I'm nervous now.
Don't be. This is the best part. We picked up another identical stock Nissan Z, and it's yours to customize.
choose your upgrades and we'll get them installed.
I will definitely be helping you guys.
Let's start with new wheels and tires.
So we can do body kit
Now
again.
for new brakes,
It
diff,
does want me to,
springs,
but I don't
and a
want
big,
to.
fat turbo. You probably want to look at a roll cage and some aero too. That Rocket Bunny wide body
I think
is
instead-
pretty tempting. Now finish it off with a paint job. Or if you're really brave,
Is
let
the
Nolan do it.
Man, I'll never live that
what
down.
is the
careful.
Shadow? What is the
Spend more than
300
road car,
ZX? Is that a
but less than high car.
2.6 or is it the 3.8 liter
Got it?
twin turbo?
All done? Looks pretty dope. We could probably cram a few more upgrades in there. Start with some test laps. Get a good feel for it. All right. Believe it or not,
I mean, the other option is we go for a
Lowe's are
6.2
both
liter
running,
V8.
So we are good to go.
Huh, okay, well, maybe it's not in here then. Maybe I just can't see it. Let's just LS swap it. Let's just be basic. Could then supercharge it. Ah, okay. Oh, we can get into some body kit stuff. Go for a Nismo nose. A Nismo butt. And I guess we go for Nismo side as well. Don't really have a choice. I think we'll go for a Forza wing. Yeah, the mythical turbo rally engine from Forza. Get the race suspension on this bad boy. I do find it annoying that they're not clear about where those things come from. More particularly, I am annoyed that they don't tell you what engine you have in your car to begin with. Like, I know you can look it up, obviously, but I would like to know if I have a V8 or whatever in my car currently. Huh. Gee, these rims are really inset. Well, most of them are, at least. I'm a sucker for these ones because they look kind of like a supercar wheel. Ah, okay. Speaking of which, we're fresh out of money. So we're just gonna have to settle for this. Now, as for the painting, though, The only other country that was mentioned was the States, and their racing colors are either white with blue lengthwise stripes or blue with white lengthwise stripes. Imperial blue, for that matter. So we could do an American color scheme. So I think Imperial blue is probably closer to that color. Okay, that's not at all what I wanted to happen, actually. It's a pretty imperial looking blue, I reckon. That'll do. Sounding nice. Yeah, I know, there's a body kit. I can't afford it. You just give that to me for free? Huh. Or maybe it's because the bumpers cost it? Sorry about the ads, chat. We're definitely slower off the line, and that's probably because our wheels are significantly smaller than they were before. We're slammed to the ground. I think we can afford to lower the pressure on these a bit. 2.1. Yeah. I think that's because we had significantly larger tires on that one, whereas these ones are running the stock ones. Also, I think the V8 swap took a lot of the budget. Still sounds pretty good though. Yes, I know it did. That is tempting. I should have a look at the DLC. Like, I've had a brief look at it. The other thing that I was a little bit annoyed about, admittedly I'm only playing the basic, like, Game Pass version of it, but there's not a huge amount of engine swaps you can do. Like, I was kind of hoping to be able to,
We bought three nearly identical
throw
Nissan
a
350Zs.
V8 into an Eclipse knockoff or whatever.
First time ever, one got a mix of the two. I'll be in low car.
I'll be in high car.
And I'll be in mid-car with our special guest driver.
Hi.
Yeah. The trouble is, if I wanted to get the Steam version with all the bits and bobs, like $120.
Is more in between, more gooder and smarter.
Yeah, it's not insignificant amount of change.
Let's go! Show 'em what mid-car can do!
High Z all day, baby, woo! Whether it wins or not, low Z.
So I think it's one of those ones where you keep it on the old wish list.
Great working with you. but I'm running away to join
And wait
Horizon.
for Gabe to bless us with another sale.
I love you, but you're still gonna lose. More friends definitely means more better.
Cars are pain. The heart is the most important part.
This is a nicely colored car. Yeah, we are definitely slower.
A detour!
Yeah.
Take it off road!
Trouble is, I find that I'm definitely a bit of a completionist when it comes to buying games, not necessarily playing them. Like, I've acquired
Coming up on the finish line, let it eat!
ETS and ATS in a Steam sale. Oh, no. Just missed 3 stars. That's alright.
You did it!
And,
can't believe you did
I
it,
made a
dude.
point
I
of
am
picking
so
up
proud of you.
some of the map expansions.
You're gonna have to move to
I think I picked up
We need to
most
get
of the
you
ones for
some
ETS and some of the ones for ATS.
Hat. Do you know how to read a teleprompter?
I've got a better idea. How about you'll join us here for a while?
Oh, can we, James?
Like, I wasn't too
Can
fussed
we,
about
please, please, please?
getting, you know,
Can't say no to that face. All
the
right.
Volvo truck
A while.
DLC or whatever it is, or that kind of stuff. Or the different liveries, DLCs and stuff like that. I couldn't care less. But, like, the Italy expansion or the Balkans expansion, that feels like something I can't just download off of some mod website as easily.
Hey James, you know the Baja 1000 is coming up, right? You do have those trucks. You thinking what I'm thinking? Nolan, you read my mind.
Got some accolades. No, media, meep. Okay, so we got all the prezzies. That's the important part. Alright, thus concludes the story time of this stream. Now we're on to the Nissan Silvia. Okie dokie. Let's go find a house. I don't know. Maybe.
Turn around when it is safe to do
But
so.
normally, I just aim to kind of unlock the stuff that I'm actually interested in. I'm not super fast if I don't have a
Turn left.
100% completion rate.
Turn left.
Unless it means that I've locked myself out of a car or something. I think I'd like to think of myself more as a pragmatist rather than a completionist. 'How accurate that statement is probably debatable. Yeah,
400 meters.
like there were at least 2 other accolades in there that didn't really have any rewards as far as I could tell, like no gifts or cars associated with it. So I'm not too
Have
fussed
arrived
about.
at your destination.
Oh, hold on a second. Well, Shadow, that's nice. But I'm just gonna go into the garage first if that's alright. I don't think I've ever seen that happen before. Or maybe I just haven't been paying attention. Okay. We need to find a Nissan Silvia. I mean, there's no eligible cars. I imagine yours wouldn't show up in your own free roam, though. Nyssen. Nope, not Peel, but we can get to Nyssen from here. Nissen. Sylvia? Oh, I guess we could use either of them. They're both Sylvias. It does sound like an interesting event, I'll be honest. Let's go for this. Oh, not that one. That's not a Sylvia. Go for this one. That is a Sylvia. It says it right there on the grill. Oh, excuse me, chat. Very rude of me. Oh, we got a wide body kit. Interesting. That is remarkably tasteful for a wide body kit. Wow, this is a lot of spoilers. Let's go for the factory knows best, chat. I think that's something we can all agree on. Factory knows best. Except possibly when it comes to tire dimensions. In which case, follow your heart. Okay, those are fine. Yeah, these are fine enough. Those ones are quite nice. There's just too many bolts in these wheels as a rule of thumb. Sounds nice. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of them are just kind of in a garage somewhere. Kind of like an investment. Waiting for them to go up in price, you know? They've got quite a nice shape, these ones. But not the right material. Those ones are fine. Nice. That was my rendition of that meme, as you can tell. I mean, not that I needed to explain it, obviously. It was so accurate, you probably thought that that guy was on the mic for a second. I don't understand the need for these kind of rims. EBH. Go for those ones, those look alright. But I think those are the new ones, okay. Nice. Let's go for these. Let's make them 18s. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've ever seen one full stop. Get some race suspension. Does feel a bit nicer to be unconstrained by credit limit. Let's not do weight reduction just yet. Get that race diff. Love a race diff. Yeah, I do feel like Ferraris definitely lose their luster almost as you become more into cars. Like, there's nothing... I think there's always definitely an element, and always will be an element, of like, ooh, a Lamborghini or a Ferrari or a, you know, whatever. But I think there's going to be, as you become more knowledgeable, it's more likely that you'd get more excited if you saw like a PLP 50 on the road, for example. Something just completely out of nowhere. It's like, damn, that's really actually quite rare. Actually, we should see what does Playground Games think I should put on here. Dragon Ball Z car. The color white. The Lexus kind of gold color. A waifu. Another waifu. Okay, maybe not. I do find it weird how, I'm pretty sure it's because of the NVIDIA DLSS, like the AI stuff to increase your frame rate, how it kind of changes gradually over the car. I don't think that's meant to happen. I think it's meant to just snap like this. But for whatever reason, from red to blue, get a kind of chameleon effect or something. Speaking of which, we're going to go red because that's just going to go faster. We'll have a carbon fiber bonnet because I feel like that's appropriate for this kind of car. I feel like this car is going to be owned by people who are like absolute tryharding. Yeah, rice this bad boy up. But also, maybe they got gifted rims from Morgan. Possibly. But I think that brushed brass looks baller as hell. Customary calipers. AliExpress's finest body parts. I think that looks like a sick setup. And now, of course, we've got to get some vinyls on it. Now, hopefully the vinyl search function will work this time. Because it didn't last time, unfortunately. Naturally, there's a few donut stuff on the side that we could put on. I feel like Monster Energy would definitely be appropriate. It is called JDM Toe Strap as well. Let's search rice. Oh wait, hold on. Wrong computer. Alright, let's try that now. Let's search rice. What do we get when we search rice? TikTok. Huh. That is not what I expected. Let's start with TikTok. We're now sponsored. Well, I guess actually, should I put my actual TikTok handle on this as a result? Don't know if I can be bothered though. That's a lot of letters. That's like 13 characters. That's a lot. I think the answer is kinda, maybe. Any advertising is good advertising, and you're not wrong there. Can I just type in Commander and get that as a word, perhaps? Has someone already made that? Excellent. Excellent, excellent, excellent. probably enough room for Zhao. Let me get those letters. I was like, I can't find Jay. Oi. I'm well, how are you? How are you, Furman? Oh, why aren't we synced? You got sooked into Eve? Oh, like Eve Online? That is a game that I would be very interested in. I tentatively say playing, but I think more realistically, watching someone play. Like, I always love watching people, like watching the battle reports coming out of EVE Online, because it is crazy. Ooh, we might be a little bit tight for the zero. What do you mean copy and paste? Then I would just be copying the previous letter, wouldn't I? Cancel. Don't I want to just go into here and get the same letter? Damn it. Why is it non-uniform all the time? .14. Okay, we're just gonna have to scoosh over just a touch. Everyone scooch over. Just a little bit. Just, oh, just a skosh. And then, last but not least, of course, we need to let them know that that's the username. Yeah, that kind of works. I'm happy with leaving it like that. But we've got to figure out what else do we need to add in from the world of rice. Ah, yeah. Rice. So, probably Uncle Ben's, right? But what else is there? Not a lot that kind of is meme rice, I guess. More... Is that just a Dorito? Uncle Rogers. Ah, classic. Get Uncle Ben in here. Our first company sponsor. Ideally, I put this on the window, but I can't. So we'll just put that there. What else do we want to add in here? We've got rice. What about Japan? This is the land of the rising sun. F for us. They've got Castrol. Of course they've got Castrol. Why wouldn't they? Nothing says Japan like Castrol. some kanji that hopefully says something right. Something not too offensive. Thank you for the shout out, Sergeant. We could put a Mitsubishi. Let's put a TriStar on it. Just to really make sure everyone knows what car we're driving. Got room for a little bit more. But I feel like Japan is not a particularly good wellspring we're facing here. What about Nippon? What if we go for the more accurate translation? Lots of Nippon paint. I don't know why. I honestly thought that was a nipple to begin with. Not a very good wellspring there either. What about Weeb? What does Weeb get us? Anime blushing? Ooh, there could be a lot that comes out of that, actually. Let's put in an OWO. Okay, maybe not that large. Maybe if we put that on the rear hindquarters. The casual OWO. Right there. Perfect. And also, this is going to take a deft hand. Need to get right up in here. Oh, you can barely see it. It's got to update each time you move it. If we put one there on Uncle Ben, then we copy it, paste it, move it. Whoa! We'll just flip it horizontally. There it goes, blushing. Didn't expect to be on the car. Can we make the car blush? The trouble is we are driving a red car. Maybe we need to make the car white. Or silver. Any thoughts on that one, chat? Or would it be blushing down here? I feel like up here is the most appropriate. I know that was a terrible idea because that's the small one. It almost looks battle scarred that way. Not quite what I was going for. Okay, back to the roof though. Back to Weeb. Okay, we're gonna try and avoid most of the kind of 18 plus stuff if we can. I think maybe just pass by a Weeb on the back. I think that's probably the best. Kind of bow on top. Yes, it does. That is actually what I was thinking of when I was doing it. I was like, if only we could do that kind of stuff. I do think a silver version of this would be significantly better. Because then things like this would stand out a bit more. Okay, now I've got to mirror all of that over to here. And flip it all. Gonna be a lot of work. Yeah, good job I flipped that A, huh? Chow, really, really useful. Otherwise, who knows what we would have said there. No one would have known what that character was. Lost it a bit there. I didn't think about that. I believe this falls under the category of live and learn. Yeah, there we go. That wasn't quite in line. Move the commander up. Move the J over. Come on. Off you go. Off. Oh, I've got to tap it. Let's do this then. I'm gonna flip Uncle Ben. Now I could probably group this. See, that was so much more intelligent. Things you learn, huh? I am suitably satisfied with this car. Let's get this trial done. Let's get out into the online world and promote our TikTok whilst winning the trial. Obviously, I mean, that's part of it, but mostly it's about promoting our TikTok. And let's just quickly jump in here. We forgot to do this. Let's make it the same as it always is, because I'm a bit of a basic. A biatch. That's probably fine. Just hope that we can use this Sylvia after all the work we've done on it. We need the world to know that they've been passed by a weed that eats rice. And also, you can follow Commander Zhao at Commander Zhao on TikTok. Those 3 important facts of life. Blushing just doesn't work too well, unfortunately, there. It works pretty well on Uncle Ben, so it's not a total loss. It's that you have to be kind of close to see it. Because we didn't have enough room for Uncle Ben and our self-promo. Wow, okay, I was the only one that didn't go for that Sylvia. And that actually took time to promote their TikTok on their car. Oh no, there was another different car, but there's a lot of 92s in there. Yeah, you're right. It's actually kind of weird. Like, you think that they would at least try and sell advertising in this game if they could, through like billboards and such. Like they did in the old Need for Speeds and whatever. You know, having Burger Kings all over the place, or... One of the cooler examples of that kind of thing I've seen was in Sunset Overdrive. They had video billboards around the place. And what they'd do is they'd play the update videos, like the dev blogs, on them. And that's how they'd update the game world and what they were doing to the game. Really interesting. Unfortunately, I arrived right at the end of that, but it was still fascinating to see that happen in-game. Quite clever. Wow, we're all in like one tight pack. I don't think I've really seen that before. Of course, now Ben's on tree, has to come and ruin it. I mean, in his defense, he is like 300 years old. Probably not used to these horseless carriages that we call cars. Yeah, I mean, particularly because they've already got a blimp. Just use it for other things as well. Like, you've already got blimp technology. Not like you'd have to add it in. Oh. Suddenly went a bit wide there. Oh, Zeffy, buddy, what happened? I'm assuming that was Zeffy that I saw off in the left. Maybe it wasn't. It was a driver tag? Hey, finishing third, that's not bad. I shan't complain about that. Oh, in 3 minutes, pretty much exactly. Love it to see it. Yeah, I don't know. I'm wondering if maybe Zephyr in first just kind of went in for the kill and just knocked them off. Try and allow everyone else to move up a spot. Because they're a hero like that. Oh, perfect. You can see it in the awards scene. Excellent. Thank you. It's always a huge W when you get on the podium online. At least in my case it is. And, I mean, knock on wood, everyone's been relatively amicable in this lobby, which is nice. There hasn't been a villain, as it were, who's just like hasn't discovered that brakes exist yet. But maybe that's because I was ahead of them. Yeah, truly, what a time to be alive. Wow, William getting in there. Throwing some fists. Throwing hands. That's the word I was looking for. Damn, Pablo as well, man. I thought you were cool. It's kind of a bummer that they didn't bring the drone shows over from the DLC into the base game. Just to jazz things up a bit with the fireworks. Yeah, they're really cool to watch. To watch them have this kind of 3D shape. The Horizon logo orbiting in the sky, or, you know, what have you. Get out of it, twisting. Yeah, I just developed a lisp really quickly. A weeb's coming through, at least according to the back of my car. I've got to get home to eat chicken nuggets and watch anime. And by nuggets, I of course mean nuggies. Or tendies, perhaps. What is the more weeb? Probably tendies. Chicken katsu tendies. Are we gonna make it to 6th gear? Probably not. No, come on, play it with a whole bunch of numbers behind it. Yeah, rushing home from the car meet because there's a new episode of, I don't know, One Piece or something coming out. Either in manga or anime form. And it's definitely subtitled and not dubbed. Anyone who sees the side of our car must think we're the most confused person in the world. Like, they're advertising some dude's TikTok channel. Uncle Ben's blushing on their car. There's a Mitsubishi logo and they're saying, oh woo. They mustn't know which way's up. Just the amount of psychic damage we do with the side of our car is astonishing. Alrighty, what's up next? Forza shop. Let's have a quick peek. We'll get a hoodie. Yeah, it's a good day when you get 2 podiums. Particularly when those are the only 2 races you're in. Upgrade heroes or extreme track toys? Well, that was the Goliath, wasn't it, you were talking about before? I mean, it would be quick. Like, fast, not like a quick race, obviously. It would be slow, actually, the opposite. It is a bit, isn't it? Break out the Maserati MC12. Car I don't think I've actually driven before. Maybe we do that. Let's do that. I mean, it's all a bit arbitrary, isn't it? The whole category thing. Upgrade heroes? Is that a category in here? Nope. Alright. Maserati. MC12. So I've got, what, 30 PI points to work with? It looks really quite like the CLK GTR from behind here, with like the slats over the engine cover and stuff. Now where is that event? Over there, okay. Where are we? We are up here. Alright, let's go to our crib. Over here-ish. See what we can do with those last PI points.
Turn right.
We'll do the Goliath. Can't imagine there's going to be too much in the way of upgrades to be done. But then again, this is an upgrade hero, apparently, so maybe there's a huge amount of upgrades that I just can't think of. Maybe we can put like the V8 turbo diesel in this bad boy. Make it a torque hero.
You have arrived at your destination.
Thanks for having me, Anna. Getting some sand on the MC-12. Love to see it. So I can get a racing V12 or a V12 hybrid. I wasn't too far off, actually. That mightn't be a terrible decision. That would add a signal. Oh, it doesn't actually add any weight. Huh. Doesn't make us too much quicker. It does make us faster, though. I'm gonna say that's a pretty strong maybe. We could also do all-wheel drive. We could twin turbo it. All-wheel drive would naturally increase the acceleration just a touch. What wheels are we rocking? I guess we're rocking slick tires? Must be, surely. I think I'm a bit thicker at the back. Push them out to the edges. Yeah, I didn't think we could do too much. What happens if we did that? Oh, you get 29. Okay, so it's not an insignificant amount of power. That's not a huge amount either. Yeah, that was definitely another one that I was tempted by. Oh, you can make it a rally version. Now that is interesting. The primary reason I went for this, not the only, the primary reason I went for this car is because it's a car that I haven't really touched. Like, at all. I'm just gonna quickly check what was the PI limit. But I cannot recall precisely. Nope. 998, okay. So basically S2, top of S2 class. I'm wondering if all-wheel drive might be the go. Nah. I don't think it's going to be too windy. Famous last words. Let's try and save the environment just a little bit. Go for the hybrid. We won't twin turbo it. And what could you possibly reduce the weight of this? Like, how? What are you doing? We will do a 7-speed gearbox. I mean, yeah. I think that's partly why it's been kind of overlooked. That reduces the weight. That doesn't really do anything. That doesn't do a particular amount either. Okay, let's go for the throttle body. Not do the air filters. Okay, let's just leave it at that. That's fine. We're racing against AI. We don't need to squeeze it all out. I don't envy anyone who has to park this thing full stop. Unless you're, like, driving it in. Like in a drive-in, drive-out dream parking lot spot situation. This looks like it would suck. So absolutely the kind of car that you need to reverse park. Even though it would suck to do.
Turn left.
Because I would not want to reverse this car out of a car space.
You have arrived at your destination.
Yeah, well, that's what the second seat's for, right? That's for the guide person. You need to have a butler figure that maybe comes with the car. Maybe you get a little Italian guy. Like a jockey, an ex-jockey, so they're light, so they don't affect the race speed of it too much. But they come with you in the car to the shopping center when you go to the local Westfields or whatever. And then when you go to park, they jump out and they direct you with hand signals because they're Italian, but also in Italian. Like, I think that would be a great feature for more supercars to have. Admittedly, it's not as much of an issue these days. I think with the addition of, like, well, with the invention of, like, small cameras and stuff, the need for little Italian men to come with your supercar to direct you on your parking is less needed. Oh. So, pay attention to the corner there, Joe. I realized I didn't do any tuning, which might come back to maybe not haunt me, but just annoy me. Oh, gee whiz. This is partly why I don't like S2 racing. It is so quick. Everything just coming at you so quickly. Is that the new Huayra R in front of us, I see? Yeah, it's kind of a underutilized race. I think like the ultimate challenge should be one month they add in like this god tier car, and the way you unlock it is driving the single slowest vehicle in Horizon around the Goliath track. Like you really got to pay to unlock it. Yeah, a PLP50 or an Isetta or whatever. You got to drive one of those stock around the circuit. So it has to be, simultaneously, it has to be slow enough that it sucks, but it also has to be fast enough that it can make it up the hill. I know, I think it might be the Peel has a bit of trouble on some of these hills up here. But I think I've seen a YouTuber try and do it, and I don't think they could actually make it to the end. because it was unable to make it up the hill stock. Maybe make it a trial event as well. So everyone's racing the Goliath in stock peels. Ooh, that was maybe a little bit close there, Joe. The metal structure of the bridge. That Pagani is pulling away, which is unfortunate because I want to be in this place. I'm back here, Ace of Spades. Yeah, it's like it has to be an absolutely god tier reward. Because we're talking about serious commitment here. I don't know what car could possibly warrant that kind of cruel challenge. So it has to be something absolutely amazing. Like a car that the community has been asking for since the beginning of the Forza nameplate. Well, then maybe that's what it has to be. The SLR or something equivalent. Or maybe it's a set of cars, perhaps. That could be another way to do it. So it's not just one car that you unlock, but maybe several. Gonna delay the ads real quick. I wouldn't want you to miss out on this amazing racing we're doing here. Finally reached the ocean on the other side, chat. The Pacific is ahead of us. We have left the Atlantic properly behind. There's a Pagani behind us. Yeah, that does sound rough. This speed of racing is not conducive to Twitch streaming, I feel. Because I'm having to put a lot more concentration on what's coming up than I would otherwise like to. In terms of engaging with the stream and other buzzwords. Yeah, because, I mean, admittedly, it's not like a street race currently, but if it was, I would be so on edge for a Ford Transit van just to basically appear out of nowhere. I mean, it's not terrible, at least I've got rewind because it's not online. Yeah, S1 is the absolute maximum I will do. As a rule of thumb, particularly online. I think I've done S2 once or twice, just kind of as like a bit. But yeah, I would prefer not to. Oh, that is curious. I guess it makes sense though. The upper tiers have really not had much love from Playground games in the playlist for a while. Excuse me. And I do much prefer the higher tier things to be an AI event rather than a player event. If for no other reason, because then rewind works. I don't have to be, you know, cheesing it to within an inch of its life. What, you don't like racing against Ford Focuses almost exclusively? I imagine it would be. I imagine it would just be a bunch of sweaty tryhards. Yeah, that would, I mean, street scene at the best of times can be pretty rough. Particularly when it's online. I thought, for whatever reason, the lobby I was just in for the trial was particularly genteel. Like, very civilized, a lot of gentlemen and ladies in that. As opposed to the usual riffraff that you find in online lobbies. But, yeah. Normally, it's like a fist fight. But just a pub brawl. But you're meant to be all on the same side. It's just that they didn't tell anyone, I guess. Hold on. Snoozing the ads again. Oh, I gotta tab back in. Yeah, that was not fun. The classic, just gonna use you as a wall to get around the corner faster. Is that alright? Cool. Thanks in advance. Kind regards. The other person playing online. It was not understood that Horizon is quasi-simulator, at least significantly more than, say, Need for Speed. So that the brake is not really a suggestion. And if it is, there are assists for that too. It's braking assist, I'm almost certain. There's also handling assist too if you need that. Well, they had a pretty nice soundtrack for this race. This engine does sound lovely. And also, it wasn't a cakewalk either, which is nice. Yeah, almost certainly. Or maybe players that can't reach, for whatever reason, both sides of the controllers at the same time, or... yeah, maybe even just for younger players. So you can hand your controller to your kid, and they just know to pull one trigger and turn the thing left or right. And the computer will worry about the braking. Shadow, you've really fallen behind. Whoa, okay, there's everyone. Everyone just arrived in a second. Hold on a second. What's going on here? How is it that... Hold on, where's the mess? How is it that this fella here, Faint Aussie, got a best lap of 1:50? What's going on there? Because they beat, for example, Shadow Fox Esquire, who had a best lap of 49.86. What's up with that? Riddle me that, Playground Games. Riddle me that. Winner! Hooray. We got a Skyline 2000 GT-R. And we got another Lamborghini Huracan. Poggers. Let's give that out to new players. Welcome in. From Comrade. Your friend and mine, Comrade. I wish you could put both in there now that I think about it. So it could be Comrade Commander Zhao. Real Soviet military energy. How many more points do we need? Oh, just one. Neato Burrito. Nope, I didn't mean to do that. To do... Huh? The event lab needs a team? No, I must have just clicked on the wrong thing, Bax. Well, let's jump over there so we can jump into this before we get pulled into that. You should write a angry letter. I will allow you to use my Twitch VODs or clips as evidence in a submission to Playground Games as to why your drivatar should be better. Let's break out the Ascari. I was thinking more of constructive criticism. But, you know, whatever works. Oh, this actually has laps in it. Normally it's just one lap. The trouble is, more specifically, is your AI, for whatever reason, that's the worst. No, yeah, the top one? Unbeatable, whatever the top difficulty is apparently literally unbeatable because it cheats. I mean, it lives up to the name, I guess, but still. I've had a bad habit of throwing myself into corners far too quickly tonight. That's unhealthy. For obvious reasons. This is another lovely sounding car. Thank you, Sergeant. Thank you for the shout out. A call to action, if you will. A reminder to smash that like button. Ah, yes, I saw that announced and I thought of you. Quite a few Mercedes this month, actually, now that you say that. Because we're currently racing for a Black Series, aren't we? GT? Oh? Something like that? Combination of those words and letters in a certain order. There we go. That's the correct order. I had them all, but just out of order. I had them like on the side of a Scrabble board. I just needed a shadow to come in and be like, no, Jao, this is where they go. They should do the opposite and make it a VR8 instead. Make it really acutely angled, rather than really obtuse. That was a pretty sweet circuit, actually. I enjoyed hooning around that one. Got a First Purrs t-shirt. Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean, frankly, I feel like a V8 full stop needs a growl. Ideally, a nice, low, kind of chugging idle. That's the dream. Oh, this looks interesting. Oh, it's one of those, whatever those Japanese hill climbs are called. I cannot recall. You know what? It's not going to be the car we use, but let's drive over there in a new car. If I've got it. No, I don't. Interesting. I'll have to figure that out. Because I definitely purchased it. I definitely purchased the new one. We can jump in the new Mercedes, though. Toge, thank you. Back in time in Mercedes. Let's jump in the Merc. Oh yeah, we're just using paddle shift according to our fingers there. Yeah, the tyres do leave a little bit to be desired, unsurprisingly. Yeah, just a touch. And this is supposedly with traction control on. Sure as hell doesn't feel like it. Also, is there a... Do the front tires have a lot of, like, positive camber to you guys, or is it just me? Like, the tops of those wheels are really sticking out. A lot more than the inners, it looks like to me. Maybe it's just how the suspension works? Huh, okay. There wouldn't happen to be a kind of house on the way, is there? Yeah, I'm just going to make an executive decision and say we're going to take a quick shortcut to a garage. And also, I'm just going to take a quick shortcut to the Xbox app to figure out why this was not installed. Maybe I have to. Oh, I probably have to acquire them from the buy and sell. The old car pack menu. There she blows. Does look good in yellow. But let's keep it in the traditional. Let's go for something with a little bit better handling than the last car we were in. Let's just take it out of stock. See what Lotus intended for it to feel like.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 meters, turn right.
From what I've heard, the stock engine in this is actually the upper tier engine, a supercharged Toyota V6.
Turn sharp left.
I imagine they will, only because they've added in like the Lamborghini SUV and the Maserati SUV. So I figure they'll probably add in the Lotus one too.
In 200 meters, turn sharp right. Turn
Ooh.
sharp right.
Well, she stops pretty quickly at least. Yeah. I haven't checked, but I'm almost certain the MGB is not in this game anymore, and I do miss that. Oh yeah, the XJS isn't in this game.
Turn right. Turn right.
Oops.
In 400 meters, turn left. Turn left.
Alrighty, let's check out this toll gate.
Arrived at your destination.
Ooh, we could go an NSX, that could be nice. Twisty and very narrow, okay. So we're probably not going to go the 4Runner then. I'm gonna go and say the NSX. Ooh, or the Civic Type R. Civic Type R is probably a bit more on brand for the kind of situation, but this has slightly better handling. So hopefully works better for the twisty element that we're about to face. Oh, it's in daytime. Interesting. I didn't expect daytime. I honestly expected it to be at night. Excuse me, yawning. As is tradition, chat, the week is catching up. Actually, we should take advantage of this. We're driving on a supposedly Japanese road. Oh, let's keep it in forward gears. Might as well drive in the correct position. Given the opportunity. I feel like what they should do in this is add in, like, not AI traffic per se that drives, but just like put a car around one of these blind corners. Even if it's just stationary, just to simulate having to avoid traffic would be interesting. Yeah, something like that. Or even just like stand in like a cargo container or something, just to make it even more kind of windy and difficult. Oop, that's the curb, that's the rock face. That's fine. To the Honda, baby. This ain't your Ferrari. You're gonna have to handle it with gloves, white gloves or anything like that. There's a blue collar supercar. Oh, this is an interesting switchback. Very cool circuit there, or sprint. Oop. Just avoided hitting that. Yeah, roadworks, for example, would work as well. That is a very cool track. I like that a lot, actually. Well, we got a lot of new horns tonight. Yeah, it did, actually, seeing that apartment block. Yeah, we'll send it as a gift. New players. Welcome. Gamer tag. What's that? It kind of reminds me of that that thing. What was that famous car video film of a guy racing through Paris, and you're mounted like the dash, like the very front, the bumper, and he's driving from one end of Paris to the other to meet Bay to watch the sunrise or whatever. I can't remember the name of it. Thank you for the shout out, Sergeant. You wouldn't happen to know, would you, Sergeant, what this thing I'm talking about is? Oop.
You have arrived at your destination.
Okay, well, firstly, I'm gonna get a drink. I'll just pull over to the side of the road. So you can enjoy the beats while I'm away. And then I'm gonna have a quick look for this video, because I'm almost certain it's a thing. So just give me a couple of seconds and I'll be back. Alright, let's try and find this. Let's open up the old internet. Go to the old tube. And Grant Street Racing Film? I think this is it. Yeah, it looks right. I'm sure that says something of note. Now, I believe this is meant to be like early morning Paris. Hold on, what? Not that I doubt would need to be particularly high, but let's do this properly. Let's go 720p. From the little I've heard about this film, that engine is not actually the one in the car. That's kind of been ADR'd in after the fact. But it does work pretty seamlessly. But it's just this guy just absolutely gunning it through the streets of Paris at like 5 a.m. just before the city's woken up. Absolutely. Though I can assure you it would be much less impressive if I did it in my four-cylinder accent. Oh, hold on, let me get myself out of the way. That's better. Like, for obvious reasons, I don't think we actually know who made the film. So I might be wrong on that. I don't know too much about it. So many 2CVs on the road. I mean, this kind of thing would basically be impossible to do today. I mean, look, it would have been caught in a red light camera there, not to mention any speed cameras, license plate recognition. It's just not something you can do these days. For better or worse. We're barely over halfway through this. It's also just a wonderful time capsule of Paris, too. Yeah, the old school yellow headlights. All the old school cars, like that Celica you pointed at before. Or Celica. I always feel so conscious pronouncing that one. The old school fashion of like the pedestrians that you see out of the corner of your eye. Like that guy just looks like he came out of the disco. That kind of bluey green neon. Yeah, I think it was. Like, I know it's from the 70s, but when you actually pay attention to the footage and the sound that you're hearing, I feel like it doesn't quite correlate too well. There's a lot more engine noise than the speed would suggest. The type of engine noise you're hearing. Yeah. So it's... I think it's basically he's in, you know, whatever he's got. A Mini or a 2CV. Whatever stereotypical French car he's driving. And he's just strapped a film camera to the front of it. And then he's gone and recorded the noise after the fact. But if you're not paying attention, I mean, even if you are, it's still a sweet kind of vid. And there's Bay. Look at those flared pants on that fella. There you go, a bit of history there. I was wondering if it said anything about like the production of it or whatever. Okay. Because I'm pretty sure I'm right in saying that the engine noise is from his friend's Mercedes? I think is what it is. Okay, so the film's title is It Was a Date. Okay. Oh, interesting. So they only had 100 or whatever. And it was attached to a 450 SAL. Okay, well that's pretty nice. A 3-speed automatic. Wow. Okay, no, he wasn't going too slowly. 200 kilometers an hour is nothing to sneeze at. Yes, there we go. Lelouch, or Lelouch, however you pronounce your name, sir, claimed during a making-of documentary that the soundtrack was dubbed with the sound of Lelouch's 275 GTB. So that's where you get that V12 sound. There you go. Well done, you, and good ear. But yeah, absolutely a piece of, like, probably one of the better pieces of motoring media I've seen. TBH. And this is the camera they had mounted on the bumper. Obviously without the tripod. Quite a hefty piece of kit. It just feels so, like, visceral. Like you're... I mean, because you kind of are. It's like, it feels like you're right there in the car doing it. Yeah, I could. The trouble is I appreciate having my license. My rivals. We've got a lot of wheel spins to do. Gonna sell that one. Also, I feel like Sydney doesn't really have... I mean, it does kind of in an area, in some areas, like the inner city, I guess. But it doesn't really have the same kind of roads that Paris, or for that fact, London has. Those kind of older, windier roads. A lot of it is a more American-style, newer road thing. I don't think it's quite as conducive to a it's a date thing. Yeah. I should go to Surfers Paradise at some point. Just to check out the places that I've been in-game. What are you telling me, store? Yes, I know I own the car pack. I am very excited about it. We've collected 2 more cars. We've got 2 more wheel spins, chat. Back over to my Horizon. I guess not. Hold on. No, not Car Mastery, Jow. Car Collection. I guess not. I, didn't know. Is that a car I can buy? If so, how much? Maybe not. I mean, I do have that currency, but I'm not super fussed about it. Okay, it's a great A-class road car. I mean, it is great handling. Yeah, what the hell. We got the money. We got the cash. Yes, I do. But it is not the car I want to use online. The car that I want to use online is different. I'm going to take a note out of the audio-visual presentation that we have experienced. Do I not have a 265? Is that not in the game? That's alright. That's the closest in time, I think. The 365 GTB /4. Hold on. I'm just going to do a quick checkarooski of what the 275 GTB. Maybe they don't have it in the game. Also, pretty casual how he just drops. Yeah, I do have a 275 GTB. I didn't use it in the film. I do have one. Okay, let us have a look at that. What was it? The 365 GTB. A B-class one, no less. Let's take it out for a bit of a spin. Let's assume the position. Now we're on our way to meet fate. I do have a definite soft spot for the front engine, rear drive Ferraris. Let's take it to A class. This is currently top of B class. Let's see what we can do with A class. There's big boy levers there. That sounds nice too. Ow, 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 ow. Back indoors. Do anything to the exhaust? No, I think that does sound better. That one. Yeah, we've got full width at the back. Excellente. But I think we can do better than Vintage Race. I mean, Ferraris are an economy of their own, aren't they? They're crazy expensive. Carbon ceramics. Race suspensione. Stiffening. Anti-rolling. Finally, gearbox. Didn't even have a diff. Ugh, no wonder. Strange how it suddenly gets worse from race to sport to race there. Yeah, let's push the edges. That's been installed. That's been installed. I don't particularly want to install the cams if I can avoid it. Because it'll just change the whole feel of the car, but looks like we might have to. And even then, we're not going to get close to the top of A class in any meaningful way. What other engines can we put in this bad boy? V8. Not gonna cut the mustard, sorry. Could turbo it. Put a turbo on it. We'll get it closer. That's right, I got rid of the metals at the front. Get some nicer rims on this bad boy. They're not bad, like they are classically shaped. Yeah, just what Enzo Ferrari intended. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to figure out. The ones I had actually weren't terrible. I literally thought they were stock. So if I have to go back to those, I'm not going to lose too much sleep over it. Those ones kind of work, maybe even a little bit better than the other ones. might go with those ones actually. And what are we looking at? Okay. We do a little bit of juggling. We might be able to get it down. That's too much of a sacrifice. We bring the track width into the front. We get it to A800 with slick tires. I'm quite happy with that. Handles pretty well without any tuning yet. I mean, I guess that's what you get for slick tires, right? And then the pressure a touch. Gearing looks tolerable. Change the alignment a little bit. Oh, so I have. Didn't even notice. Thank you very much, Shadow. I wouldn't have even noticed. Yeah, I think that's probably fine enough. What are you though? I imagine you're, what are you, Prestige 3? At least? I think we might have a little bit of an understeer issue here. Yeah, I have a feeling I'm not going to be catching up to you too soon. I think you might be pretty safe. Just wondering if we need to do something to the... Yeah, because you had to grind for your cars. We need to increase the anti-roll at the back. Yeah, it feels a bit better. Yeah, I could definitely see myself flying around the streets of Paris with this car. Oh. You're gonna be like Prestige 1,000,000 by the time you finish that one up. Top of A-Class, let's go. Let's see what the A-Class Street has for us. It would be. Well, I imagine you would be surely getting a little bit of whiplash going from like X-Class all the way down to C-Class. Also, are you going down to your B-Class cars? Like your Peels and your Isettas and what have you? Thank you for the shout out, Sergeant. G206 Prestige 7. Damn. This guy has done nothing but race on Horizon. That is it. That all-wheel drive W12 is just pulling away. Sure is. Then again, it is a bit more conventional now that I think about it. It's the kind of thing I actually see on the streets not irregularly. There's someone around where I live that owns one. Then again, there are quite a few private schools around my area. So it might be associated with them as well. I mean, it's not that great looking, to be honest. The Bentayga. I quite like the look of the new... Or the new... Was it the new? Maybe the last generation... Continentals. It's like the really wide grille at the front. I saw one of those the other day, actually. Yeah, on Thursday. I was delivering something to the boss who was out of the office on my way home from work because I was just not feeling it. And I just saw one going the other direction. I was like, damn, it's a good looking car. I mean, we didn't do too badly for a almost 50-year-old car. Admittedly, we've had a few updates. So I think out of all of us, the Bentley probably did it most comfortably. Not in terms of like comfortably in front of us, but comfortably in terms of massage seats kind of stuff. I'm the only one up there who's having fun. Popping and locking. The other two look like they're attending a funeral. Maybe they just got pulled over for like street racing or something. Yeah, sit in comfort as you're blasting through traffic. Well, that's why you've got the massage function, because it can be quite stressful as you're weaving between oncoming and, you know, sitting stationary traffic and stuff and pedestrians. Can be stressful trying not to commit vehicular manslaughter. Okay, we've definitely filled it out. So we've got the Z, the Z, the Fair Lady Z, I think that's appropriate pronunciation, a Crown Victoria, and the MG MG6, which again, I think is a dumb name. Just call it the 6. Oh, it's the Rozzers. They found this street racing syndicate we've got going on. Well, they're keeping up with them a bit better this time. I mean, famous last words, obviously, but... Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh, I did hit that? I could have sworn I didn't. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Yeah, well, it's because they're Prestige 7, Shadow. They've been doing this for literal in-game months. They know every 0 and 1 of this game back to front. Better than Bill Gates himself, who coded this game. They're like Neo of the Matrix. They can just see the code. They don't actually see what we see, this graphical representation of the code. They just see the code. That is also my first thought too, yes. That somehow they have hacked the account. Are you legitimately just cosplaying as a... as a cop? What a hero. Ah, yeah, I forgot about that thing. Oh. Swipe pursuits are dangerous. Nope, that fence is gonna cost us. Oh, getting some Need for Speed Cop vibes going on. Yeah, I think that's why I wasn't too fussed about the guy having a go at me at the end there, because I'm like, he's playing the role. This is what he's meant to be doing. Oh, that Subaru was bloody close to finishing. He must have been like inches from the finish line when it was DNF. Again, oh no, the guy on the right was having fun. Yeah, but I also feel like they didn't care that they hit the barrier at the end there. Like, I don't think they were in it to actually race. I think they're more in it to be a cop. But again, I don't think it's too much grief as it is kind of what you were saying before, having a cops in the street race. I mean, obviously they seem to be pretty full contact, but I feel like I'm not as annoyed by it as I am for other just random Horizon players, because they're kind of dressed for the part. Now, if he did that stuff without the sirens on top, I would hate him with a passion. Let's do another full run this time. I was driving next to just seeing the Aston Martin next to the Ferrari there. On my way home, I was driving next to an Aston Martin DB9 Volante. Unfortunately, I was never quite at a position where it was at the lights or whatever, and they took off. I was never quite in a position for that. But I did hear some nice V12 burble as we were kind of puttering along in the traffic, which was nice. Yeah. I wonder if the DB7 is considered a classic. Not that I like the car at all. I don't think it looks attractive in the slightest, to be honest. But it is definitely a forgotten kind of car. Or was it the DB8? I can't remember. Whatever the one before the DB9 was. That the, Die Another Day Vanquish came from? Whatever lineage that is. Oh, we got another Ferrari. We've also got the Crown Victoria again, so we got to keep our head on a swivel. Yeah, I thought it was. I wasn't sure if I was forgetting like a DB8. I didn't think I was, though. The 7 is pretty looking, if I remember correctly. The DB5 is obviously a classic, but again, I don't find it especially remarkably good looking. The DB9 obviously is a whole nother kettle of fish. On the inside, just. I had an interaction with that pickup truck, it sounded like. We're going to the podium. Might just have longer legs than the skyline next to me. I'm not too sure. Bollocks, I couldn't. I was too reluctant to use the brakes. I know, I'm going back for it. Fine, do that. Come on, give me a boost, buddy. No. Close, but no cigar. Oh, we may have glitched the game out slightly there. I'm just gonna have to sit with this infinitely building suspense. Oh, okay. The game's given up. It's like, they're probably not gonna make it to the finish line. Let's just cut the music. We got beaten by a waifu-mobile. And a snowman in a Datsun. Thank you for the shout out, Sergeant. Call to action. Alrighty, here we go. The Crown Vic is a pretty quick car. I think the goal for this one, pretty straightforward. Not come last. Not off to a great start though. Pretty well-tuned car in terms of handling. Definitely my fault more than anything, I think, that this is not doing better. Like, it was definitely my fault we didn't get third place in that last one. No! There goes another third place opportunity. Just about captain first place, last race leaves. Tommy 64825. Oh wow, we're only like 2/3 of the way through. Oh, I think it wasn't helped by the Crown Vic in front. I'm still racing. But yeah, I must have had an absolute nightmare. I don't mind if I take the podium position. Doesn't matter, don't mind if I take second. You'll love to see it. The rare Jow online lobby podium finish with a lobby that's larger than the podium size. Yeah, getting the podium in a good-looking car as well, which is a W in of itself. Getting a podium with class and composure. The Datsun over there is also relatively classy too. Probably not as classy as a Ferrari. Still. Not bad. Definitely a classic. That's for sure. That is a perfect rendition, like a motto, I guess, for a Jaguar. Or even an Aston Martin, actually. Maybe not space, though. But definitely grace and pace. Words to live by, in terms of car design, I would argue. What was the Lotus one? Something, something, and add lightness? Oh, I should probably watch the road, not the chat. I'm frankly impressed at the restraint of this cop cosplayer for not abusing the police siren horn. Guy got stuck on the bridge, decided to dip. Should have been able to say I'm behind him. Hey, you weren't behind me at all. No, you isn't. If only you could get the police sirens on the Unimog, that would be perfect. Put some space between us and the big... on third of a race to endure. Dealt with them pretty well, but this corner is going to be a little bit fun. Now I've got to apologize to the cop. Oh, perfect. I think we just sneaked that car in such a way that it got in the way of the Crown Vic. They are gaining something fierce, though. Not fierce enough. Excelente. That was just luck, if I'm honest. But I do appreciate what Love Ragetum is doing. Like, he's consistent. It's not that he's just being a dick and trying to win in a dickish way. He is playing as a Need for Speed cop, and I don't mind that. Alrighty, I, however, am not going to be doing it as a Need for Speed cop. Well, I took it more as a challenge, I guess. How am I going to finish the race when I've got, 3 wanted stars or whatever? And I think I did pretty well. Thank you, chat, for joining me this evening, morning, afternoon, or night, depending where you are in the world. It has been a pleasure having you, and I hope it is reciprocated. Best of luck with your body shell. I hope it comes back from the soda blaster mostly intact, and not just, you don't just get a little sliver. And sorry, this is all that was left after we soda blasted it. This little thing that I've kept in my wallet. It's about the size of a credit card. That's all that's left. However, in the meantime, we're going to raid Kesa Wolf. You may recognize the name from the driver tires we were just racing. If you like what you saw, I appreciate it, and I would appreciate a follow. However, if you want to have another checkout before you hit the follow button, I will be back here in approximately 20 hours for some Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. We have just made enough money that we are no longer barely hanging on. We have 23,000 in the bank, and we've got a junkyard to check out. So I'm excited to see what I can do with that. However, I hope you have a good end to your week or start to your weekend. In the meantime, let's go say hi to Kesa, and I'll see you all in 20 hours' time.